Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're in the world. Tonight, another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards Mage Edition with the warehouse gang attempting to locate a missing warehouse, one that appears to be holding something of great importance. All right, go ahead. Do what you guys need to do.
Dimitri has gotten together Asuka and Castle. Between the three of them, he's pretty sure they can cover most ends of whatever they're looking for. He gets them together around their workstations like they were the other time, getting ready to try scanning for stuff. He's given them what he has to work with, which is whatever he got out of Aldwin and Becker, which so far as I know, is just the terms Strike Force Zero, Strike Team Omega, Sarcophagus, the symbol they use, that's something to start with. Given our magical abilities, we might be able to do it. Magic, yeah. We don't use magic, we have science. Anyways.
Bill.
Anyways. So he'll give you guys what he has in a little dossier and be like, we're looking for references to this. We need to search the city using whatever we can. Try and find it. And then whatever we find, we can give that to the Speaker of Staves. They might be able to use it. They need a place to start with. Even if we don't find the actual item they're looking for, we can give them a place to start looking. It'd be nice if we found the item itself, but let's see what we can turn up. So with that, I think we'd probably start with Castle King using his anonymous connection route, right?
Okay.
Yes. Let's see, what do I do for that? Give it a sec, I gotta open up Castle King. Here we go. Castle King. Let's see. Set the player present anomaly access. Here we go. It uses data 2.
Okay. And alright, so that would be your Arte. If he's using his laptop and stuff to personalize unique instrument, and it's not going to count as vulgar here, so.
Right, so lowers the difficulty by 1 for using personalized instrumentation. Arete roll difficulty is 3 plus level of sphere plus 1 for each additional specialty sphere used.
Okay, so in this case, just.
That means that if he's using, what is he doing first? Is he doing scan or is he doing?
He's not doing the scan. He's just setting up his anonymous uplink so that he can access the internet without being traced.
All right, so that's difficulty 3.
Okay, so what's your Arte score, Byron?
I think 2 I know.
Okay, if it's 2, then we just roll 2 dice. This one's on you. We can't help with this one.
No.
Burn that willpower. Burn that willpower. You might need it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and burn it. No, burn willpower.
Do you want Brett to roll it, or?
Yeah, go ahead, but what?
He can't roll dice?
Well, I don't think he's using Minicam, so.
Alright. Let's make sure the dice roller is working. What's your Arete?
2.
That was a 2. Yep.
Alright, that's 2 successes. He's got
Plus
his
1 willpower, so.
3 successes. He's got his unstable connection up. Or anonymous access up.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to jack into that and start using our location type stuff, which I'm guessing would be. That's another one of Castle King's routes, I think. Isn't there one that's based on that?
I
mean, in his case, he could fast cast if he needed to, but us helping with it would be a little more awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. It's just like we'd be looking at this massive pool of data and just using our abilities to sift through it.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Castle?
Hold on. Looking at the finger. That one? Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one I think.
Yeah.
You're basically tapping into that all over the place and just looking for this symbol, those words, yada yada. And this part again, we can assist with it, which might lower your difficulty, but essentially because Asuka does have data too. But essentially, the idea is we're going to look for any references to the things we're looking for, and then once we find that, we'll go based off of that. But in this case, if we're searching, I would argue you're probably using entropy.
Who here has entropy?
That would be Castle King.
So you're using entropy, you're using correspondence.
Data, yeah.
Time.
Yep. That's what he has.
Alright.
He's using those to try, I guess, and find references to this. And the entropy is to find the kind of guide the search, so we're not sifting through giant piles of useless data.
Right.
The needle in the haystack approach works a lot better with entropy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So what do we do for that one? And can we assist since Asuka does have data at least?
Asuka can assist, but it will be basically she's going to, Ben's going to roll Asuka's arete, and it'll get added to total successes. It's still going to be a difficulty 5 because 3 plus 2 minus 1. Actually, no, it's going to be
4.
6.
6?
Difficulty 6. Because you have to add 1 for each additional sphere being used.
Oh shit! And we're using data, entropy, and time for this right now.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, may I recommend someone burn it? One of you guys burn a quintessence on this.
Quintessence will lower difficulty.
Yep. And hell, burn a willpower too. This is the foundation of what we're doing. We mess this up and we won't get very far.
I got left. I got 3 quintessence left. How do I get quintessence back again?
You have to either absorb it from tasks or absorb it from a node.
Yeah, so you spent 1 on our last encounter, I think, when we did this shit. I don't think you've recovered that one.
So you're at 2 quintessence.
Yes, I need to go to a node or something.
Well, we're trying to find one. In that case, maybe Ben, do you want to provide the quintessence?
Might as well.
Okay.
Alright. So that will actually allow Asuka's difficulty to be lowered, but not Castle King's.
Okay, so let's have Ben roll for his end first, I guess, right?
Have me roll. That is so funny.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Brett. Okay. Yeah, neither of them can use Dice Stream. So it's just you and me able to use Dice Stream.
Right. So rolling for Asuka first.
Okay.
That will be difficulty 3.
And she has 2 Arete.
Yeah. Difficulty 3, 2 Arte, 1 willpower. Are you spending the willpower? Or just the quintessence?
Ben?
How much willpower does she have? Yeah, she's gonna burn a willpower.
Alright. Wasn't needed. 3 successes added on to whatever Castle King's gonna roll.
Alright, now Castle King's got 2 Arete.
Difficulty
6?
6.
Okay. You want to burn a willpower? Too late. Well, you got 3 successes thanks to what Asuka did. Asuka pulls her weight yet again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we get something probably with 3 successes, right?
Well, 3, did Castle King say he's going to burn the willpower?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4.
Okay.
Which is good because he needs at least 1 success for the full effect to go off.
Yeah, because without that we're just dated.
Asuka can only supply data to effects.
And we needed entropy to actually have a chance in hell of pulling this off. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So we pulled something in this.
Right. You're not exactly with the clarity on this one. It's a little muddled, you could say. However, you are able to find a reference to a warehouse in the warehouse district. That's
Okay. What is the nature of the reference?
Strike Force Zero.
Is this like a
You're actually
communication or
able to
something?
find 7 warehouses in the warehouse district that are linked to Strike Force Zero.
No, I'm trying to say is like where did we find this information? In a manifest or communications or someone
It's hiding
talking?
in a communication blog from the Beijing government.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
What? I'm gonna use a remote.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna use a remote camera feed, playback, fast forward rewind. I'm gonna see if I can see anybody where we got it, going in and out.
Which
Alright.
warehouse, though? Aren't there
Which
7 of them?
warehouse? There's 7 of them.
We might need to, like, pare this down a little bit, or else we gotta scroll our camera feed through all of them.
That's true.
Can we use entropy to, like, narrow down the search, maybe? Is there a way to do that?
He can use entropy to filter his search parameters. It's going to be another Arete roll.
And Asuka can't help with this one because it's not data.
Because Asuka has no entropy.
Exactly. Yay, the one guy with entropy. Go for it, man.
Well,
Yeah.
Technically, there's another person with entropy in the city, but he's not friendly to your paradigm.
Yeah. Well, I think Cole may have picked up entropy 1, but that wouldn't let him change the probability. That just let him see probabilities.
Right.
And he's not here right now, anyways. So, one more roll for Castle. Castle, do you want to burn another willpower?
Yep, that's what.
I
You're
will.
blowing the
This is
willpower.
something that you do need to know because I'm not sure if you played Mage before. If you burn yourself out of willpower, you cannot use magic until your willpower respawns.
Shit, how much willpower do you have?
I have 7. I
Oh,
used to
okay.
be.
Okay.
Alright, so burning willpower for an auto success. You're on your last
That's 4 now.
quintessence, so I don't know if you want to burn that or not.
He's got 2 quintessence. He didn't use one already, remember? That's
I
why
thought
his
he used
difficulty
one.
No, Asuka used one. That's why his difficulty didn't go down.
Alright. Did you
He's
want
still
to use
holding.
quintessence on this?
Probably won't need it for this. I mean, the difficulty is going to be a lot lower already, won't it be?
Yeah, it's going to be down to 4.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Okay.
Watch it be 2 3s.
Nope. 2
All
successes.
All right,
You filter through the possibilities, and you're able to locate 2 warehouses associated with an organization called Strike Team Omega.
Perfect.
They are on opposite sides of the warehouse district.
So in other words, they're within a couple miles of our place.
Yeah.
Joy. I think I'm going to take a stealth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. Dear fucking
Gonna
Christ,
go
no.
take an enthusiastic walk at night.
Yeah, no,
like
not
that
right now. That's not something. That is not something I can do in a brief scene like this. So no, we will not do that.
No enthusiastic walks.
No, not at all. However, we can easily attempt to use remote camera feed and use all of our perceptions in this one. This would mean I can jump in and throw quintessence on this also. All of us try to pool our perceptions for scanning in one of the warehouses. And hope to God we pick the right one. And if not, then we can just change the location, which is a data effect.
Neither of you guys have forces, right?
I do.
How much forces do you have?
2.
That's enough
You can
for
force it twice.
forces perception. So
Yeah, well, 1's enough for forces perception. Oh, well, yeah.
you get the point. So you can
Yeah, I
actually
know.
join in on this roll.
That's what I'm saying. I also have life, and I also have prime. So we are sensing from all 3 of those.
All right. So
Are we going to be using
As-
science on this?
I would assume, from what I remember of our spheres, with all 3 of us working in tandem, we have all spheres at level 2, except for D-Science, which is at level 1.
Soon.
So we are scanning from every possible spectrum between the 3 of us. We are like the ultimate scrying device right now.
all right.
Of course, we
So
have
each
to
of you, your difficulty is going to be 5, plus 1 for each sphere, in addition to the basic sphere that you're using.
Okay, and in my case, that means I'm doing. Let's assume it's based on prime. and I'm just doing life and forces on top of it. In that case, my difficulty is
7 unless you're using specialized equipment.
I'll use Cabal.
That would drop it by 1.
Hey, Cabal! I'm going to use your software for a second. What?
All right,
What?
so-
But I'm doing stuff. Shut up.
Alright, so you've got your roll at difficulty 6.
And I'll burn one of my remaining quintessence. I have
okay,
one
that'll
left
bring you
after
down to
this.
5.
I have one left after this. I'm keeping that one. And I will burn a willpower because I need to provide extra successes on this.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to roll my Arate first. That's 3. You said difficulty 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1
Two
success.
successes. Two
Oh,
successes.
two with the-
Willpower.
Right, willpower.
Okay, so now we got to go for Ben.
Okay. I
Uh,
can burn a will, but I cannot burn another Quint.
Okay. So adding additional success. Are you using specialized equipment as well?
Oh, what the hell? Tap Cabal too. Why not?
Sure, why not?
Alright, that'll bring your difficulty to 6.
We're using up all of his data processes right now.
All the robots shut down for the next
2
hour.
successes. For Roscoe.
Sweet
And
Jesus,
finally,
yes.
Castle.
You know, before we get to Castle King, I just realized something. For someone with no depth perception, Asuka's really good at building robots.
Yes. You haven't lost that eye yet, or wait, or did you? Did you?
She
No,
did lose that eye. That was before she became.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Never mind.
It's
Never
on her
mind.
sheet.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So that leaves Castle. We've all gotten successes on ours. Castle should not need to. Well, Castle would be scanning with data, entropy, and time. If we want to be able to use the rewind function and shit, which might be important for this, that's difficulty 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
-1 because he's using his
Personalized.
device.
Yep. And
Systems.
I'll be rolling the willpower on this.
All right.
willpower for auto
let's
success.
see what happens. Let's hope to God that's enough.
Well, that's 3 successes.
Sweet Jesus, yes. Okay.
Alright, what is your time frame for using rewind and fast forward?
I'd assume right now we're looking at present time. We have the option to rewind if we need
Okay.
to.
Alright, you see at the first warehouse, you notice an inordinate amount of energy draw going into the place with forces, as well as heavy security systems. Nothing technocratic, but advanced for humanity.
So on the level of what we're building, basically.
No, actually, it's weaker than what you guys have.
Shit.
Weak sauce.
It's like if you had a government, or it'd be like the technology you'd find protecting the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah, so pathetic. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Wow.
Hey,
My
dude, we've
force-
had people hack the Pentagon from garages.
Currently in the warehouse, you see you're looking for individual patterns, correct?
Yes. Life, mind, whatever, prime. We even have one level of deep science just looking to see if there's spirit activity.
Okay. Banes and net spiders. Not really anything more than that. They're pretty minor banes.
More than there might be normally, though, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So something's attracting entropy and static.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
With LifeSight, you detect 12 separate biological signatures. With Mind, you're detecting 14.
I want to check the 2 that don't show up on LifeScan.
You can't because it's Asuka's.
Oh, shit.
You
Asuka.
weren't the one using Mind. You were using
That's right, that's
Forces
right.
Prime.
I assume we're all looking at the
Go,
same
Asuka, go.
input, though.
Yeah, but you're looking at it through different eyes.
Good point, good point. Okay.
The only people, I'll let you right now, the only people there that are actually seeing the same thing are the 2 correspondence data users.
Okay, in that case, I'm just looking at the data readouts, and I'm going to go, I've got 14 life signs. Or,
No,
sorry,
you've
sorry,
got
I got
12.
12. 12 life signs. I got 12 life signs. What do you guys got?
I have the presence of data spiders, and it looks like some other creatures I can't
By the way, Ben, the intelligences and minds of those Banes and net spiders are not showing up in your mindscape
Okay.
because they're technically alien intelligences that don't correspond with your current mental paradigm.
Okay.
There are 14 mental signatures that I can find. None of them seem to be the spirits.
You sure that's 14?
14.
Okay, I'm going
that
to...
reminds me. You're seeing a flow of entropic static quintessence.
How much?
The answer to that question is yes.
2 steady patterns that appear to be connected to 2 large forces signatures.
What are they active in? Like, forces spectrum, I looking radiation?
No, electromagnetic.
Okay, can we, like, by pooling our efforts on, like, between Oscar and I, concentrating on, like, okay, the life signs are here, 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 mental signatures are here, 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 here. Can we narrow down the 2 that do not have life signs and zoom in on those?
Yeah, those are the 2 that are the quote-unquote pools of quintessence.
Great! Let's take a
you
look at
actually recognize, because you have looked at vampires with Prime Sight, you recognize how that quantum pattern, the quantum pattern of that 5th element's pool is. It looks like it's being drawn out towards the larger electromagnetic signatures, but something's replacing it.
Interesting. Can we get a visual ID on these things?
No. You don't have access to their data network.
Okay, the cool thing about the remote camera feed, as I recall, because I'm looking at what he just posted here, even if there's no camera there, this manifests as if there were a camera there.
That's right. You do have that capacity. Hold on.
Because they're benefits of reality hacking. If it was me, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's true. You're seeing 2 sarcophagus.
2?
2 that have looks like holes drilled in them. One hole is connected to a tubing that is drawing blood out. The other one is connected to a tubing that is pumping blood in.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
And now that you guys have a better look at that, those 2 forces signatures are now 3-story tall supercomputers.
Oh, this is bad on so many levels. Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. This is wonderful.
Oh, by the way,
do we recognize what those supercomputers are, by the way, or should I make some rolls for that?
you can both make technology or science rolls.
Okay.
You especially because you are geneticists. Oscar,
Yes, science and so science, genetics, and I have exploding heads on this. Intelligence. Gotcha. All right.
Real quick for Oscar before we continue on that, you're seeing what looks like really messed up looking spiders that are taking information from those computers and taking them somewhere else.
Oh. Woo.
And then they're coming back and they still look like messed up.
Corrupt data spiders. Wonderful.
Yeah, Asuka's making notes and sketches on what she's seeing.
Okay.
You can take snapshots too. It is a computer.
All right.
Yeah.
For Dimitri, those are Cray supercomputers, the kind that were more advanced versions of the kind that were used to decode the human genome for the Human Genome Project.
So let me get this straight. I have not 1, but 2 sarcophagi, which have had holes drilled in them. There's tubing inside. They're pumping blood out and using super advanced genetic coding software to analyze it.
Yep.
They're trying to figure out Kane's DNA.
Demetrius kind of looks
I
over.
will tell you one thing though. The sarcophagi, since you're looking at it with data, there's marked differences between the two sarcophagi, but I don't think you guys have the appropriate history
We're
or
not academics.
knowledges to
Neither
do
of us
that.
are academic.
We have no clue about.
With matter, we could analyze and date the materials.
Yeah,
But
but you have to have a sample of them to do that. I will say one thing
Yeah.
though. One looks ancient, the other looks mid 17th century.
and that's a rough guess from us. We could be off by a
Yeah.
century.
Yeah, you could easily be off
All
by a
I'm
century.
saying is we need to nuke that place.
But there
nuclear
is
fire.
one thing I will. There's one thing I will say. Do either of you two have any type of religious background, particularly Catholicism?
I would actually argue Dimitri may have some familiarity with that.
All right, roll intelligence.
I would also argue, given Asuka's place of birth, that she's familiar with Catholicism, at least to some extent.
Right, so you've got intelligence 5. Your creative spec will help. Dimitri, roll your intelligence.
All right, and am I analytical or what the fuck was mine again? My
Well,
intelligence spec is
Creative,
I've
same
got
as mine.
creative. Yeah,
That
shit,
would
okay.
have worked. Sorry
Just
about
intelligence.
that. Ben?
Sorry, just intelligence.
Yes. Unless you have theology,
Difficulty 8 or 6.
difficulty 6. It's fine.
I got 3 successes.
There is a lot of religious iconography on the older one, like ancient Catholicism. With the amount of successes you got, you can date those back to the Second Crusade.
Okay, I should point out, by the way, we are recording everything we do here.
Right.
All
Wait,
of this
was the
is
Second Crusade 11th century or? Let me find it real quick.
I think the third King Richard's Crusade was the 11th century. So
1145 to 1149. So
This might be the second one then.
I'm trying to think.
1095.
So
Yep.
yeah, it's the
Second
First
Crusade.
Crusade, not the Second.
No,
Crusade.
is it the Peasants' Crusade or is it the Nobles' Crusade? Because that does make a difference.
That's what I'm
History
trying to
buff.
look up right now.
What I was just gonna say is I'm recording all this stuff. We're taking literal snapshots.
All right. This was the Crusade of Pope Urban II, the First Crusade.
Okay, so it was the Nobles' Crusade.
I'm going to, by the way, while we're looking at this, now that we've got a gist of what we're looking at, we're going to take detailed scans of the layout of the building. We're looking for like where the defenses are, what these guys' patrol patterns are. We're documenting everything we can possibly get, where the cameras are, where the generators are, where to cut the generators if you want to be able to shut the power off for the place.
Where's the janitor's closet?
Do
Or
they
the
have
cardboard
backup?
I
boxes?
need perk invest from everybody.
Okay, we're scanning for everything on this shit.
Right.
Okay.
I got perception
What is
2.
your perception investigation?
Who?
Ben.
Perception 3, investigation is none.
So straight 3, and no successes for the blind check.
This is why it would have really been nice to have Cole's character here.
Yeah, because he would have rocked this one.
Oh yeah, he has military experience.
Byron, what is Castle King's perception investigation?
Perception and investigation. Let's see. I think I got swapped about this. Perception is 3,
Nice.
and my
Investigation.
investigation is 3 also.
Oh shit!
Okay, nice. That's 6 dice.
Yay, you're saving it.
Do you have any merits that affect perception?
Computer
No.
aptitude, mechanical aptitude.
No, because
Oh,
it's
damn it.
it's his ability to recognize patterns.
He's got analytical for his intelligence spec. With that's
That's
intelligence.
it's perception, not intelligence.
Shit. Got anything else, Castle?
Proper perception specializations would be insightful or accurate or
Okay.
Things of that nature.
Gotcha. No other merits though, Castle?
Nope.
Okay.
Asuka's the inventor of the group, so I'm not surprised.
Burn another willpower. Burn another willpower, please.
One success. 2 successes then.
Okay. Okay, so and then
I'll
I'm
do
going to
one
roll
last.
straight. I'm going to roll straight intelligence.
Perception alert. This is just perk investigation, not intelligence.
Yeah, sorry, straight perk,
Okay.
which is a 2 in my case. But I'm burning a willpower. Good, I got 1 success.
Okay. So you guys know how you want to set up your warehouse?
Yeah.
These guys have something similar, but more crude.
Well,
Divided into different sections using modular walls.
Okay.
Clean the housing area for the craze and the 2 sarcophagi are actually clean room sections. The tubing is fed through a wall that then connects to the craze supercomputers on the other side of the wall. They are kept separate. There is 7 individual backup power generators outside, and it is connected to the main power flow of the city itself as well. Basically, those 7 individual backup generators are there to kick on if anything happens. It's redundancy upon redundancy upon redundancy, something the technology flourishes at.
Funny thing being that with what we have at our disposal, if we wanted to, we could totally knock out all of those generators.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be that hard,
You would
actually.
probably
Versus 2.
one thing that you would notice with data as well as with your investigation rolls is that there only seems to be about 5 or 6 actual soldiers. The rest appear to be
researchers
and scientists. Lab coats, clean room suits, things like that.
Now, there's no way I can get Julia or Sean in here right now, but Dimitri is going to be documenting everything we've discovered, their location, everything.
Oscar's going to raise the goggles that she's using to view this, which I did include on the sheet, by the way.
Sweet.
Right.
Because that's what she uses to view dimensional science. She's got, like, the Ghostbusters goggles.
Sure.
Nice. So basically, what are those goggles? The etheric goggles? I can't remember what they're called.
Something like that, though.
They're goggles that allow you to see into the spirit world.
Yeah. She's making multitask goggles, and this is just setting one on them. It's going to be adding to them later.
Right.
But she's going to erase the goggles and look over at Dimitri, look over his notes. You should really tell our employer about this.
Well, what do you think we're looking here for? They need a place to look. I don't think they realized there were 2 of these things, for one thing, and I think the idea that these people are scanning... Oh, okay, look. Let's one moment. He starts looking. Okay, he's looking over what we've compiled so far. 1, are there any automated defenses, turrets, shit
Yes.
like that?
It looks like they are wired into the closed circuit camera network,
Uh-huh.
which is also, there's a main viewing room that appears to be behind them. It's kind of like what the office of a warehouse would be, but there are drop shields for blast doors.
All right, those are connected to the closed circuit network.
As best as you can tell, they are... It's basically like what would happen if you took all the recoil reduction fluff out of a Steyr AUG and connected the rest of it to a trip circuit.
All right. You said there are about 6 soldiers?
6 soldiers, they're carrying Steyr AUGs.
Which are just decent assault rifles.
Bullpup rifles, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
High rate of fire, bad on accuracy, but also high clip capacity.
Okay. But what I was aiming for here is the gun network is connected to the camera network. It's automated. It's controlled by a computer, right?
Pardon?
It's controlled by a computer?
No, it's controlled by 2 people sitting in that office.
Security personnel, army, or researchers?
Look like they could be security personnel. Not trained army, basically what you would expect watchdogs to look like. One thing that you would notice is that there is extensive security access requirements. Just by looking at the data itself, You would need retinal scan, biometric thumbprint scan, and a swipe key with a passcode to get in any of the main access doors.
Of course, with any system like that, as Virtual Adepts love, and Iteration X members also, any system that has an electronic requirement for a biometric scanner can be overridden or spoofed to think that it's gotten the correct requirement. You need to have data for it, and you would need to know what the hell you're doing and plan ahead of time. But my idea here is hypothetically, we could jack into their system, like just directly jack into their network, take control of this shit, and immediately cause the defenses to, if we needed to, attack these guys. You know, basically
We're going to do the exact same thing we did to the ship.
Basically, yes.
I am totally on board with this.
My question is, since we know exactly where the soldiers are right now, now this warehouse you said is within a couple miles of where we are, so we could be there in, like, if we had to be, we could get there in 10 minutes less?
Right. Given the amount of personnel, though, you're going to want backup.
Yeah, I'm not planning on this being a Dimitri goes for a field day. Even with my suit, that's not going to end well. Plus, the suit's in rehab.
Yeah.
I can't use the suit right now. I'd have to
We
wear
don't have enough suits for all of the people we would need. So
Yeah.
what we really need is damage sponges with assault rifles.
My idea, though, is I was wondering if we could hack into the system without them noticing. Well, that's the hard part, but we could possibly do that with 3 hackers sitting here plus Cabal. Hack into the system, take control. Don't let them know we've taken control. Let them still continue to do things as normal, and then basically give the keys to it remotely to Becker and be like, here, you now have access to their camera network, and you can shoot them when you need to.
What am I getting out of all of this? I have yet to be told anything.
Well, here's something else Asuka's going to want. She's going to want all the data off of that Cray system.
Oh no, that's probably non-negotiable. Is she saying that right now, or is that what you're saying out of character?
What she's going to tell Dimitri is she wants to yank all of the data off of that Cray system, and she doesn't care where it goes after that, but she wants it off of that Cray.
Oh, that's a given. We're going to probably either...
She doesn't want it destroyed. She wants it taken and put somewhere safe.
Right.
Do we have
One thing that Asuka would probably notice, how much has she learned about spirits so far?
Remember, she's got D-Science 1, so she's learned from...
Jason, primarily,
Jason
and Arthur.
Yeah. All right, so remember what Arthur mentioned about what data spiders do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking Ben if Asuka.
I don't, but Asuka would.
All right, data spiders are used for the transmission of information. Basically, if you see a data spider moving, it's probably got a message for someone.
And they've been going into the Cray computer and taking that elsewhere.
And coming back.
Yep.
And Asuka is going to want to have those data spiders go and fetch the data they've been moving.
They're corrupt. I don't know if we want to try and mess with that.
Basically, her plan is convince these data spiders to go and fetch for her, get all the information, put it in a secure server, and then she's going to put them out of their misery.
Oh, it's already in a secure server.
Just not our secure server. Here's the problem. I'm just going to say this out of character. You only have D-Science 1. With D-Science 1, you are not even capable of communicating with these creatures. At least if I understand it correctly, right, Ben?
That's actually correct. You need D-Science 2 to even be able to speak to spirits. But you do know somebody that has communicated with net spiders in the past.
We've got Jason, we've got Arthur, we've got people who can do this. Hell, we could bring
She's going to ask Dimitri for permission on this, and if he says yes, she's going to be sending text messages to the people she knows who can...
Oh, sorry, that's someone's phone, not mine.
No problem.
It's my phone.
Yeah, that's on Byron's end. Okay, so
Okay, she's gonna ask him for permission for this, and then if he says yes, she's gonna text him, hey, there's some corrupt data spiders here. They've been taking information from the system and putting it somewhere secure. We need that information. Can you convince these data spires to do that and then take care of them because they look messed up?
Okay. So does Arthur give us a response, or? And yes, Byron. By the way, I read what you said. Just to cover that real fast, Dimitri is going to say, "Don't worry, trust me. We're doing a favor for the leader of the vampires in the city right now. Trust me, we will get compensated somehow. I am sure this will be of great value to them. And as far as getting a node goes, trust me, we all want one of those right now. We'll work on it."
Arthur will text back to Oscar.
Okay.
Was it Oscar or Dimitri that was texting him?
It was Oscar.
All right, he'll text back to Oscar. Corrupted data spiders, you mean what I told you about how worm spirits are corrupted?
Oscar texts back, yes, and we'll probably include a picture off the camera.
The picture shows the sarcophagi, by the way. And the craze.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see Arthur's response to this one. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Everything.
I don't know how you guys got this. I'm sure it has something to do with being technocracy. That's fine.
Dude,
This is all like in the same vein as Horribad. Considering the fact that the worm corrupted data transfer for itself, apparently. I've only seen this done once, and it was in regards to a company known as Pentex.
Dimitri, can Dimitri jump in on this text, by the way? Can you, CC him to this?
That's only if Oscar's doing it.
That's what I'm saying to Oscar.
Oscar's letting him read over her shoulder.
Oh, he's just gonna, reach over and just, invite himself to the conversation and just go over back to his phone and be like, okay, I don't know any of this spirit crap.
For daring to touch her phone.
Yes, she can glare at him. He's going to be like, look. And he'll also add Castle so Castle can see what's going on. Look, we found the place. We're going to give the information to Becker's team. We're going to give them a huge advantage. But we can shut down the site and recover the object. Problem. Someone has this information. That we can't take care of right now. That's beyond our skill.
Arthur will text me back. From what I understand, from what Styles told me before he vanished, the company is called Fuijin Technologies. They were bought out by Pentex and transformed into one of their subsidiary companies. Pentex is... what you guys know about Pentex is basically they're a megacorp type company that's involved in a lot of different things. You've heard rumors that they're evil, but a lot of people...
They are a megacorp.
I did a roll on them before, actually, and the information we got back, I think, was basically like, oh yeah, they're our shitty competitors.
Yeah, pretty much. Arthur will text, Pentex is a company that is entirely possessed by the corruption aspect of the worm. They do everything they can to make life hell for normal citizenry, such as increasing addictive qualities in food products, manipulating people's brains with games, etc., etc. Think of everything that your people try to do to maintain the status quo and flip it to the point of turning people into monsters.
Sounds about right.
Oscar texts back, so basically they're slightly worse than Microsoft.
And Arthur will text back, only slightly.
All the hate to Bill Gates.
No, she doesn't hate Bill Gates. She likes Bill Gates. It's the current Microsoft she dislikes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so Dimitri's going to respond back and say, okay, with what we have, we can deal with this problem. We're going to give the information to Becker and let her handle this. We'll support if need be. But this is, as far as where this information is going, if it's going to, you say, this Pentex, their subsidiary company, Fuijin, whatever, I don't think tracing it would be a good idea. They would probably detect it, whereas these people seem blissfully unaware of what we're doing.
Styles told me where they are. I can give you guys an address. I know that when he was snooping around inside, and he was working for them, by the way, as an insider, he was sneaking around, and even he had problems getting around their security to some effect.
That would require more efforts than we have right now, then. We'll have to shelve that for the moment, but at least we can take away the source of the problem. We'll deal with whatever data they've picked up later.
Asuka will type in for her text, long-term plan, take them down.
Obvious.
And then Arthur will text, why are there 2 sarcophaguses?
That's what I wanted to know, he texts back. One of them looks a lot older.
Asuka looks at the picture, then types, just at a guess, probably one's feeding the other.
Is that what it actually looks like? Cause
No, it looks like they're being fed from 2 separate sources, like 2 separate blood pumps are feeding the sarcophagi, and then 2 separate lines are feeding into the crazy supercomputers.
Okay, disregard that. He would explain that to her, so she didn't have to make that
Okay.
mistake.
In that
Arthur
case,
will say-
her guess would probably be, judging by the setup, might be a sequencer.
Well, it's obviously a sequencer. They're trying to decode vampiric DNA.
Yeah.
Which is bad, which is very bad. I got sent to the moon for trying to keep your guys' people from doing that.
Yes, well, you did a good job, and now we'll try and rectify the mistake, I guess. In any case, I'm going to see if we can get the keys to the building, so to speak, and then hand that over to Becker. I hope she has the firepower to deal with this problem.
I would hope so. By the way, I would suggest that the older sarcophagus is the one Becker's been looking for. Judging by what I've heard from people who have talked to Brother Bartholomew.
Well, then the second one's a mystery, but I'm sending her detailed scans. We're going to see if we can get a closer look at one thing. Hold on.
Okay.
He's going to go back to the machine and be like, okay, compile all the data we've got. Entrances, yada yada. Nice package. We're going to send that to Becker. But right now we need to try hacking the network. We're going to try it.
Before Asuka pulls down her VR goggles for network hacking, she's going to send another text. Totally want that Cray for gaming setup.
Sending it to Arthur?
She's sending that one to everyone on the current text network.
Christ. Dimitri's just going to be like, it's not even designed for that.
If you can find a way to get it out of there without it getting destroyed.
Wait, we could use that for our MMO project.
And Asuka just goes, exactly.
Oh yeah, we're going to take... Okay, our price is Becker has to retrieve those for us.
The Cray must be as undamaged as possible.
Cost. Okay, so now we're going to try using Dimitri's knowledge of, and I should stress, detailed knowledge of biometrics, yada yada yada. We're going to spoof the system into thinking that we're accessing without alerting or setting any triggers. We're going to try and spoof it to give us full access without any triggers being sent or them knowing that we're accessing the system. But we're going to give ourselves full, complete access.
Alright, I need intelligence computers from everybody who's trying to do this.
Okay,
if you're running this through
6, 7, 8, and creative, so
Creative.
guys.
Creative in this case
are
is
you running
producing.
this through Cabal, or are you running this just by yourselves?
Oh, we're going to have Cabal supervising this one.
Okay, then it'll be in reduced difficulty by 1.
Okay, so
But you're
intelligence-
looking at diff 7 base, so diff 6.
computer aptitude on both of them. I don't have it, but they do.
Drops it by 2, which will bring it down to 4.
In my case, I'm guessing 6. Though, would my genetics information help out, since I'm the one spoofing that shit to begin with? I've got a specialty.
Ooh. What about cybernetics?
Cybernetics is more for implantations and mechanics than it is actually... It's like writing firmware for mechanical limbs and things like that.
Whereas I've got the information to what we're trying to actually input. I've got biology, genetics, and biochemistry.
Oh,
Okay,
are
so
you hacking the craze, or are you hacking the security system?
we're trying to hack this. We're trying to hack the security system, not the
All right, then
craze.
genetics will not work because
Okay.
this is not
Oh, well, no. The only reason I mentioned is because you said there were biometric requirements to accessing the system, like retinal scans, yada, yada, yada. Or were you talking about the craze for that?
No, that is there too.
That's what I was saying.
using
We're
the,
using my information to spoof the system into thinking it has the correct information, basing off of the security guys there.
All right, that'll actually work then. One other thing you guys will notice is that there are smaller setups within the warehouse than what you guys have been looking at.
Huh.
More computers, but not as big or powerful as the Craze.
Workstations?
More like basic developmental servers, things like that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, those are shitty. We'll just toss those in the dumpster or sell them on the black market. We don't need them.
Yeah, we're gonna
you
wipe them
see a
all
lot
and-
of different.
and sell them on the.
You see a lot of data spiders translating information between each other. These look normal. These don't look corrupted at all.
Okay.
So let's out. Oh, they're so cute.
Yes, we'll have some for you later. Trust me. Okay, so they're rolling computer hacking to get us in and spoof the system. I'm providing the details for the spoof, so I'm rolling intelligence science, right?
Okay. All right. Asuka and Castle, what am I rolling for you guys?
Intelligence 5, creative, computers 3.
So
Which-
8.
Yeah.
So eight dice for her, and she has Cabal helping. So yada yada yada. Difficult 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Help
And
me.
Castle. Let's see those beautiful dice. What do you got?
What-
Intelligence 4.
Intelligence 4, computer 4,
Okay.
So
What's
also
your-
computer aptitude?
What's your computer spec in?
and combat software.
Doesn't apply.
To the
what's your
turrets it does. To the turrets it does.
This is hacking. Hacking.
Okay. That'll be later. You're right. Sorry.
What's your intelligence spec? So,
Intelligence spec is analytical, I believe. Yeah.
I'll roll with that one. So far you
Analytical.
got 8 from Asuka.
And Castle King's got 8 dice. How'd he do?
5 successes. So yeah, you guys have
Super hacker team.
you guys have pretty much just blazed into that system, opened up every possible port, created fake IDs upon fake IDs
Oh,
upon
wait,
fake
did I
IDs.
We
roll?
have permanent backdoor access.
Did I roll for my end?
Yeah,
Or do
go
I
ahead
not
and roll
need
for
to at this
yours.
point?
Good, roll yours now. Yes. Because
Okay.
basically you're setting up the biometric software.
And I'm burning a willpower
Which
just to not fuck
all
up.
the IDs in the world are fine, but without the biometrics it won't work.
Can I help
I
him do
don't.
it?
I can't.
No,
use
you
the-
can't help him right now with what he's doing.
I got 4 successes total.
Yep.
Okay, so
All right.
we're in. We control the system.
Yep. You're able to trip the biometric systems so that even a vampire with the wrong thumbprint can walk up and scan himself in and he'll be okay.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to design. What I essentially want to be able to do is to hand Becker the upload and be like, here's the place, here's all the information, here's a program, you can put it on your phone. It will let you access all of their cameras remotely. It will let you access everything they have security-wise. You can turn the guns on their own people if you need to, and you can make it so that anyone on your team that you designate can be made into a admin-level account. And you can also lock out anyone else from the system so that their own people have no control.
Right. Oh, are you guys going to
Asuka-
clear your way out of there, leaving the back doors open?
Oh, no,
Asuka
we're-
is
Okay.
at this point is going to pipe up. I suggest at this point we drop a worm into their system that will allow us to take all of their data at once as soon as we leave.
You hear something from Cabal. What the hell is this?
A
Something
pathetic,
that
worthless system that we will soon be integrating and stealing everything from.
We're
No,
finding-
you daffy bent. I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about this. And he
What's he-
highlights a file that
the file?
appears to be moving in the system.
Uh-oh.
Access it.
Do we want to do that?
Isolate and access. We need to
Firewalls and quarantines, Cabal. That could be Gideon, or it could be something way worse.
It's not Gideon.
Did you ask Gideon to help us? We might need some
Gideon-
extra support on this. And
I
then
look at
Gideon
it.
appears. Hi, Clippy.
I never
Maybe
seen you
when
like
I-
this before.
Send a message to Julia.
Okay, so there's a file that's moving around in the system unusually, and we're trying to quarantine it, isolate it, or just observe it. I'd assume we're just trying to observe it and figure out what the fuck it is. Is it another person accessing the system? Is it a malicious file?
Um, do any of you have computers hacking?
Don't believe so. No.
Okay.
That would be Cole, who we really wish was here.
Right. It looks like it's mimicking, and it looks like a program that's mimicking a file. Cabal will start speaking in binary, and will at that point he's going to be like, "Oh, okay."
Cabal.
That's
Apparent-
malware.
It's not just malware. It's something I ran across a while ago when we were still, with the family.
Yes.
It's a sentient VI virus.
It's what's allowing them to access this, isn't it?
No, it's actually spying on them.
Oh, can
Apparently,
we?
your friend Stilinski got infected by one.
Hold on.
Ah.
Is this what's allowing the uplink from the Cray computers to parts unknown?
No, that's actually built into the circuitry of the Cray computer itself. It's a backflow. There's a backflow subroutine inside the Cray computers.
Someone's been accessing naughty sites on this network.
Is it likely to interfere with what we're doing, or is it just there to observe?
It's feeding information to the family.
You think they've already noticed what we've done?
I'm trying to convince them otherwise. Give me a minute.
If you need any help. 3 humans, 1/10 of an AI, but you know.
Oh boy.
You've got this, Cabal. I have faith in you.
Cabal, if you succeed in this, we'll give you both of those crays as your upgrade.
I don't. Well, that would be nice, actually. All right, I've convinced him that I'm his superior.
Congratulations.
You are.
Can you convince him to shut down, or do you think that would cause a problem?
No, actually, I've thought of something better.
What would you like to do?
He's going to CC me on everything he pulls out of that system. Apparently, he was split off of another virus that was introduced into Fuijin Technologies by, unwittingly enough, Mr. Stilinski.
Joy. So,
Oh, Cabal, you make the most wonderful friends.
yes.
Yes, don't I?
Just make sure he can't trace the information back to our location, if possible. Upload should be anonymous through a third server.
I've already taken care of that.
Excellent.
I've given Overseer privilege that he cannot trace my data flow.
Excellent. All right. In that case, if he's not likely to observe anything, we can let the family watch as we clean up the dust. Or rather, you'll be watching.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm
Okay.
keeping
All
his I'm keeping his data flow to the family open, so that they don't
Obvious.
suspect anything. But everything's going to go through me first. I'm going to have to devote some time to being in the system, though. So
If you
If it
need to
delays
run
the time-
times, Cabal, I can sacrifice some of my own.
I should be fine.
Just be backburnered.
I should be fine. Just don't bug me.
That's fine. All right.
Of course.
Okay, so we've got everything we need. Brett, do we have are we ready to hand over the keys to Becker and her people so that they can do all the stuff I mentioned? Control the guns, cameras, yada yada.
Yep, exactly. Yep, you can do all that.
Anyone with basic computer knowledge on their end can just be like, oh, point and click.
We made it such a convenient interface, too.
Okay. I wish I could get Julie in here, but since we can't, I'll just handle this with her later. I hope it'll be an in-character scene, because, dear God, this is going to be fun.
I won't be available for anything until about 9
Understood.
p.m.
Understood, but I think I can get this part pretty handily. Safe to assume we'll get all the information bundled, prepared, yada yada. If you need to send her any of the details, like about what the sarcophagus looks like or anything, send her a text or something. That way she has it available. And then we should be good to go. Is there anything else we need to get done in this scene other than, you said we clean up the back doors on our way out? What's the significance of that?
That's basically you're making sure nobody notices your intrusion.
Yes, we're definitely going
keeping
to
the
do that.
channels open, but all right, then I need actually your access ability would enable you to not have to worry about that.
we now
You've
have
got admin access.
No. They have admin access. We have super admin access. We made that up.
Yeah.
We now own their servers.
Okay,
pretty
so all that's good. Everything's good and done. Dimitri's just going to smile and be like, "Good job, everyone."
Asuka is going to lift up her VR goggles and probably offer a high five to Castle.
Woo! Take it. Fine.
See what we can all do when we work together. And with that, do we want to end the scene, or?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this scene now. I've got to get going.
All right,
Thank
no
you,
problem.
players. This took longer than I thought it was going to.
Sorry.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. And it looks like some scenes are actually going to get wrapped up. Hope news for all the new bad stuff that can happen later on. Have a good night.